More circumstance invest. We'll talk about investing, finance, and professional development for today's tips only. The investment we're going to talk today will be ETH. First, I want to say happy Thursday, everybody. Hope a great week, by the way. This is my second posting of today. With respect to recording time of 2:25 p.m. on Eastern Time. Ethereum can trade $4,499, down about 2% so far. On the overall crypto market and the equity market, we can see clearly the major investment opportunities today are leaning more towards a bearish sentiments. As we heard from earlier today from my first posting, seems like the COVID variant, the Omicron, is percolating, and the spread to California, specifically San Francisco. As someone from South Africa, and I think he's a traveler or a resident of the United States that traveled from South Africa recently on November 22nd, and he was not feeling so well, and he subsequently put himself into the hospital, and the hospital diagnosed him on November 27th. So obviously, as we know, COVID or the virus itself, the symptoms are not that obvious, right? It takes some time for it to build up within your body for the symptoms to be more prominent, right? So it seems like he might have spread the virus already, and it's already December, so we have technically about like 2 weeks of possible contamination within the California region. So with this alert and media affectation drive up the stir among the market, obviously, is a negative sentiment, right? With that also drives some fear mongering with the travel ban, etc., etc. And some of the respective stocks got hit relatively hard, and I decided to buy some dips today. So with respect to the dip that I bought today are not in crypto. Actually, it was actually in equity. I bought quite heavily into Alibaba again and Neo. And we have subsided a little bit more right now, kind of normalized a little bit. We were a little bit more severe earlier today, just like about a couple hours ago. I saw a great opportunity to incur some more risk in Neo, right? As you can see, right now we are very, very oversold. I actually bought it when it was like around the $34. So I got really lucky, and I got it because it depleted to the RSI scale of 34 below, right? Our spectrum, which is 35 typically. And right now it's kind of reviving, so I'm okay. My cost average about like 36 anyways, and I have 8,000 shares, so I feel good. So trim down my dollar cost average a little bit more. I mean, Neo has already told us, from his recent announcement that they are prepping for the Neo Day coming up in December, and also with respect to the sales number, it seems like they are doing just fine. There's no hiccups with respect to the supply, shortage that we've been experiencing, the chip shortage specifically, right? And Alibaba has just been, getting crushed because of the Chinese government enforcement, and also obviously you could see that we're 22 out of 70 right now. So I bought really heavy when it was around the level of 131, and I bought like 100 shares, and as we deplete even more, I just kept buying this dip, right? I know Alibaba is a really, really highly undervalued stock right now with really strong fundamentals if you compare the trajectory to Amazon, which is obviously a very comparable business to Alibaba. It's a great investment opportunity right now. So I think Baba and Neo are steal straight up today. So I definitely incur a sizable holding into the respective stocks. And let's go back to Ethereum right now. I know you guys want me to talk about stocks sometimes, so I'm giving you guys more of a day-to-day updates with respect to how I'm doing with my investments. So let's just go talk about the key topics of today. Ethereum seems like we are still within the cup and handle pattern. There isn't really a sign of reversal yet. This is just some more of a COVID variants related news that's selling off the market. But despite that, we're not selling off like 10%. We're selling off 2%. So this is just a more of a normalization effects, right? And on the media front, I see a lot of positive news today. More news around the NFT commercialization front. First one's up is in about 27 minutes. I'm going to talk about this rare crypto punk NFT just sold for $607,000 in Ethereum. Again, this is a picture that we talked about yesterday. This looks like a Odell Beckham Jr. picture with sunglasses on. with purple background. So with something we talked about yesterday, they sold for $607,000. And then there's other one called Bored Ape NFT, just sold for another $312,000 and $662. Another picture of a monkey with a yellow background, like a beige yellow, similar to like the Things Invest yellow color. And then the another one on Decrypt about Adidas. So Adidas, obviously a consumer retail brand, has launched its own metaverse play in partnership with another company. The partnership with Bored Ape Yacht Club as well. And this is basically a picture of a monkey wearing a full-on Adidas tracksuit. And it's like in a mustard yellow color with a contrast of like the purple background. So let's like a LA Lakers color with sunglasses on. Relatively hip one. And also the fur actually matches as well as a purple monkey. So quite interesting. The next one is talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about with respect to this new study that came out on bitcoinist.com. Says that Ethereum may be a better inflationary hedge over Bitcoin. I mean, I guess, but you know, as I read into the article in terms of the verbiage, how substantive is it, or is there any evidentiary support that backs up what they're saying? Not really. It just says that you know Ethereum has been performing better in comparisons to Bitcoin. And it seems like Ethereum, in terms of the chart right now, is a little bit more bullish in compared to Bitcoin because Bitcoin still have some room to leap up to for us to form that cup and handle. So the cup and handle for Ethereum is prominently displayed right now, but with respect to Bitcoin, that's kind of still up in the air at the moment right now. And then the last one that's we already talked about earlier today, but this is a cover on CNBC's with respect to Kathy trim his her holding on Coinbase on a loss as well to load up on the stock, and the stock is Zoom, right? So basically, she's hedging that the elrond affectation among the market will drive some more sell-off, and that will technically translate into possible country shutdown and mandatory work from home requirement or something like that. So that will obviously translate into more utilization or usage on Zoom. So that's also one of the reasons why she bought the dip on Zoom, because it's been just flying off the cliff, right? So that's pretty much on the news. So let's dive into the technical right now. We're trading us off 2:32 p.m. on the Eastern time. Ethereum is exactly at the $4,500 right now, down about 2%. And right now we're still in a cup and handle, right? We could see that we have the rim of the cup. Right now we're just forming a handle. So as we dip down to ideally again, right, we got to it there earlier today. I said anywhere from like 4,450 all the way to the 4,300 would be like the cup that the handle would be forming. As we form that, we'll deplete obviously on the RSI scale to a little bit lower, and then incentivize another surge coming for us in the near future. So that's the technical cup and handle chart. So with respect to Bitcoin right now is just lingering on. We still have not crossed the golden cross because of the negative COVID variance news as we heard earlier today. But at the moment right now, it's okay. It's at 44 out of 70, so it's not terrible. But obviously, right, at the 51, 52, within the frame of reference of 52 all the way to 48 is still the dip for us, technically, for Bitcoin. And I think we're close to it. So right now, if you want to buy some, it's not terrible, but not the best either. So it's like an okay level, right? Dogecoin is at the 20 cents. And again, right, 20 cents to 1950 is still the dip for Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is not terrible. And also Finn set high, by the way. So as you saw, Finn came into the room earlier today to say hi when I was talking about Shiba Inu. So it was such a coincidence. But you guys got to see him for today. And respect to Cardano, we are reversing right now because it just makes sense. We were very depleted and we form a golden cross. So this is just the technical coming through together. So Cardano is going to try to reach to the next level of the 187. And that will technically be the next resistance level. So congrats on the ones that actually bought the dip on Cardano when it was at the 150, 145. Solana is up about 2.23% right now. We form a golden cross, so we're going to keep leaping up. And right now with new territory, so ideally the resistance level is going to be somewhere around like the 240, all the way to like the 250, obviously, to 260 from here. XRP is at the 97 cents, so we could not get up to a 101 early today. So reversing back down because obviously the drag effect from the key coins, right, and also the COVID variants news. So at the moment right now, anywhere between I think right now is not a terrible dip to buy right now. Anywhere from the current level all the way to 88 is still a dip that is logical to incur. Polkadot right now is down about 4%. Anywhere from 32 all the way to 25 is still the dip for Polkadot, and I think we should technically get there because we still have some room for us to leap up to MACD, but I think we are at an oversold level. So this is not a terrible level to incur some risk at the moment already. Algorand's down about 3%. Anywhere from 160 to 152 is still the dip, and I think right now for us to continue research, the next level to go to will be 205, which we got there for like a brief second and we sold down, which makes sense because that's a resistance level. But anywhere after that, we'll be going to the 210 obviously, which is the first level, and then 215 from here. Shiba Inu, talk about Fin. So with respect to Fin is currently down about 4.54%. We're trying to form a golden cross, but we couldn't get there. We're dragging down because of the COVID variants again. So ideally, dollar cost anywhere from at the bare minimum of 3,000, right, 600 to the 2,800. But I would buy anywhere within the level of between 2,800 to 900 from here. So with respect to the risk management level, these are levels I would ideally dollar cost average at as we deplete to RSI below 35, as we deplete back to more of a level of preliminary golden cross. And that's like when it's oversold, right? We don't want to buy it on a premium. We also want to buy it on a discount. And these are the discount level that I would practice conservatism and patience on, right? So I really appreciate you for joining me again for the second video. Really, thank you so much again for the kind words that I get on a daily basis and your support by watching my video. And FinSets hi again. And really appreciate you. I cannot thank you enough. But stay tuned for us to come up and take care. Bye.